morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture on probability and statistics, and our chapter is hypothesis. So in our previous lecture we have already seen in the large samples. Large samples, that means we are given in the n greater than 30. Okay, but today's session is the small sample test. That means we are given in question n less than equal to 30. That means if a number of samples is equal to 30, then you also use the small sample test. Okay, so in the small sample test, we have the three types of test. Number one is the T student test, second one is the F test, and third one is the chi-square test. Okay, so how we classify these three types of test? If in your question given in the small sample form, that means your number of samples less than equal to 30, then we use the small sample. Okay, so our second question is what? Second question is we use the T test, F test or chi-square test. Got it? So for finding the T test, if the question given in only the mean or standard deviation, so we use the T student test. Okay, in the F test, given your question in only the variance form. Okay, if your question given in the variance or if in your question given in the standard deviation, so you also find the variance. Okay, and the third one is the chi-square test. That means in this type of question, in your question always given in the frequency. That means the number one T student test depends on the mean. Okay, this F test depends on the variance. Okay, and third one is the chi-square test depends on frequency. Okay, but in the first type of T student test, in this type of question, we are given in the mean and standard deviation also. Okay, but here in the F test, already given in the variance or standard deviation, because of sometimes in the F test we are given in only the standard deviation. So with the help of a standard deviation, we find the variance. Got it? We already seen in this type of the question in the basic probability chapter. Okay, so in these student tests, always keep in mind there is one trick for solving this type of test. For consider this question is depends on T test or F test. So always keep in mind in the T student test we are given in the mean, and this mean is depends on population. That means this mean is in given in the mu. We consider the mu in the sample form. So we write here x bar. Got it? In the sample form. But in T student test, our standard deviation given is only the sample form. That means in the T student test, the population of the standard deviation is not given, is not known. Okay, that means in the T student test, we are given in the two ways. That means the population mean and the sample mean. But standard deviation is only given in the sample form. That means the sample is standard deviation, not given in the population is standard deviation. Okay, so this type of question, if your population standard deviation is not known, that means we use the T students test. Okay, and in this type of question, we have already seen in our previous lecture, this small sample we have the table. That means if we solve this student test problem, so we use the T table. We solve the F test, so we use the F table, and if we solve the chi-square test, so we use the chi-square table. So always keep in mind, in the according to this table, if you are not providing this type of table, so your comparing value is already given in your question. Okay, and we can say that this type of values is the degree of freedom. That means the T student test, the degree of freedom V is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so for example, in T student test, your discuss n is equal to 11. Given in your question, for example, n is equal to 11. Given in your question, so this is a small sample. Okay, so first you put here b is equal to 11 minus 1, that means 10. Okay, so always in your question, even in the f or so v t v 11 is equal to your value is already given. For example, 2.764. For example, so always this value is already given. This value is given, that means here you write the 10. Okay, so always in your question given the value t tan is equal to 2.764 given in your question. So you write here the sixth step. First you write the null hypothesis. After that you write the alternative hypothesis, level of significance, and the test statement. So we use the test statement. Her formula is t equal to. In the large sample we write here the capital Z. Okay, got it? And but here please student test. We write here small t is equal to x bar minus mu. So x bar is mean according to sample, mu is also mean according to population, but here small s is the standard deviation according to your sample. In this type of question, the standard deviation with the help of population is not given in your question. Okay, so we write here s upon root n minus 1, and here the value of s is equal to under root summation x minus x bar whole square upon n. Sometimes a question not given in the value of s. Okay, so we find the s standard deviation. So we use this formula. That means in this type of question we are given in the value of x is, for example, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so with the help of x, you put all these values here. X bar, that means first you plus all these values 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and then divided by number of terms. So we get the x bar. Here n is equal to, we write the 5. After that we find the small s, that means the standard deviation according to your sample, and put all these values and get the value t is equal to. And this values is compared with this value we have already given in your question. Okay, so let's start our first example. Depends on the small sample with the given in mean. So this is the example of the small sample. The question is a mechanist is making engine parts with axle diameter of 0.7 centimeter. Okay, that means the mechanist is making engine parts and the diameter of 0.7 centimeters. Okay, a random sample of 10 parts shows a mean diameter of 0.742 centimeter with a standard deviation of 0.04 centimeter. So here read carefully, the random sample is 10, n is equal to 10. That means this question is depends on the small sample, because of n is equal to 10, that means less than 30. And in this question we are making engine parts with axle. So here mu is equal to 0.7. And here the x bar, because of this is the sample of 10 parts, shows a mean diameter of 0.742. That means 0.742 given in x bar mean, and with a standard deviation of 0.04. That means standard deviation here we are given in the small s 0.04. Okay, so compute the static you would use to test whether work is meeting the specification at 0.05 level of significance. That is, in this question we are given in the level of significance is 5%. Okay, and the claim is what? Claim is work is meeting the specification. Okay, so here these values are given for with the help of compare. That means in a large sample we compare the value of mod of z to mod of z alpha. So here this is the standard value, and this value is it depends on a equal to 9. V that means degree of freedom. And 5% level of significance is equal to 2.262. Okay, so let's start the solution. The solution is first we write here the n. N is equal to 10 because of given in the 10 parts. That is, this question is depend on the small sample. Okay, we are given in the x bar. So x bar is equal to 0.742. Okay, with the standard deviation. So we write here the standard deviation as is equal to 0.04. Got it? Here n is equal to 10, x bar is equal to 0.742 and s standard deviation is 0.04. Why we write here the smallest? Because of this standard deviation according to our sample. Okay, and here mu is equal to 0.7. Okay, so here see here carefully in this question our standard deviation according to population is not known. That means here not given in the value of the sigma. Got it? So always you read carefully and always keep in mind in the T-student test we are not given in the sigma. That means standard deviation according to population. Okay. So let's start. First we write the step by step the 6 step. So first we write here the null hypothesis. Okay. So null hypothesis H naught is equal to what? H naught mu is equal to 0.7. Okay. That is the work compute the static use the work is meeting the specification. So you write here the work is meeting the specification. Okay. Second one is we write the alternative hypothesis. Okay. So alternative hypothesis H1 is equal to mu not equal to 0.7. Okay. So mu not equal to 0.7 that means this is the two-tailed test. Got it? Our third step is level of significance. So we write here level of significance. Okay, so level of significance is equal to 5%. We are given in your question. If not given level of significance, so you write here 5% and in the bracket you write the assumption. Okay, fourth one is test static. Okay, so test static we write the formula of T. T is equal to x bar minus mu divided by root s upon n minus 1. Okay, so this is the formula of the s upon root n minus 1. Okay, see here the root n minus 1. Okay, so first we put all the values. So here x bar is equal to what? X bar is equal to 0.742. Mu is equal to 0.7 divided by s is equal to 0.04 divided by root n minus 1. So n is equal to 10. So 10 minus 1. Okay, that means we write here 0.742 minus 0.7 divided by 0.04 root 10 minus 1. Okay, so after solving this value, we get the value is 3.15. That means we write here that T is equal to 3.15. Okay, so our next step is what? Next step is critical value. Okay, so critical value that means we write here the degree of freedom. Okay, so in the critical value we write here the fifth step. Okay, so critical value is equal to V is equal to n minus 1. That means n is equal to number of samples. So we write here 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. That means V is equal to 9. So here given in your question T 0.05 that means 5% level of significance V is equal to 9 is equal to we write here V is equal to 9, T 0.05 is equal to 2.262. Okay, so our last step is what? Last step is decision. Okay, so we write here the decision. So your value of T 2.262 and your test static value T is 3.15. So here the value of T is greater than the value of T 0.05. V is equal to 9. Okay, that means here the mod of T greater than the value of T be equal to 9. That means your null hypothesis is rejected. Okay, if your value of test static value of T is less than the T 0.05, so your null hypothesis is accepted. That means in this question, your decision is null hypothesis is rejected. Okay, your null hypothesis is rejected. That means null hypothesis is rejected. That means what? The work is not meeting the specification. Okay, so this is the example of the small sample. In this question, we are given in the mean according to your population and samples, but your standard deviation only given in the sample form, not in the population form. So we solve this process, we use this process, and your level of test static after finding the test static, your decision value, that means your critical value is already given in your question. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.